today we will talk about the discussion about how we can develop the motif in the Corel Draw through the manual method and through the quick trace method. So let's start without any delay. So for that, we need to work on the worksheet. This is worksheet area, as you all are aware. So we will just take any shape from the given section, like the shape section. So for example, if we are taking from the ellipse, so we have to just make it an ellipse, and after that we will go to the window and just click on the Docker. So in that corner you will get the Docker, and then after that you will click on the transform. Once you click on the transform, this kind of shape palette will be open. After this, you need to choose the position of the shape where you want to increase or where you want to uh, add in that. So for example, if we are giving in the transform section, the second option is rotate. Click on the rotate and then give the angles. You can give the 30-degree angles or 45-degree angle. It's all up to you. And then just make it of copies. How many copies you want? For example, you are taking it 4 or 5 copies here, and then apply. You will see the one-off motif has been developed by this method. If we take it in any different angle or maybe the different positions of this center, so you can just choose as per your choice. After this, you can just fill the colors, or you can just give the demo, the border lines, etc. As I told you in the last session, like the toolbars, you have to click on the color palette and that so that you can see the color. So default palette, for example, if you are adding the border color in it, so you can also take it, choose it. And after that, give the density of the border. So for example, right now I have not choose the full selection. So in that way, you will just choose and then give the borderline. Okay, so after this, you can just make a repeat. First of all, you need to make a group of this motif. After grouping of it, you can change the size and then make a number of copies. For example, if you want to add the copies at a right direction, you will click on that. At bottom downward direction, you will click on this direction. So right now I'm just clicking on the right. So number of copies to 3, apply, and then make a group again, and then make more copies like this. You guys can see that the one-off pattern has been developed. You can choose it by the single motif, by the multiple motif. It's all up to you. And now you can see that the one group, the one motif will be shift at a one time. So this is how we can develop by manual way. Now we are just making it any quick trace method. So in quick trace method, you need to click on the file section and then import any of the motif which should be download in your download section, so that we can just so according to this, we can just click on any of the samples, and for that you have to download the motif or any print and then import it. For example, I am just importing this image which I have already downloaded in my system. So like this, you can just download and import that, and then right click on that. Right click this, you can get in the bitmap section, also in the menu bar, and also you can get from the right click. This is quick trace. So just click on that quick trace, and you guys can see the copy has been traced. Now you will click on the original copy and just make it aside, and then ungroup all. Right click and then ungroup all. After the ungrouping of it, you can see the all nodes has been opened. Now what is nodes? Nodes is basically where you can change the shape. Click on the shape tool, and also you guys can reshape like this. For that, you can just change the curve, smooth node or whatever node type of node you want. Okay, so you can see that we can modify with this way. Now now you guys can see that my all the parts has been ungrouped. So I can remove, I can add whatever I want. So now I am just removing some of the component from the already existing motif so that I can recreate the new motif. We can just make it a new group or like this way. Okay, now you guys can see the new, we have already modified this and now we just make a group again. Right click and then group. Now you can move and then make a number of copies. If you want to rotate it, you can rotate. And if you want a number of copies, you can just give the direction and then make a copy. For example, I am just giving it a right side direction and number of copies are 3 or maybe 2. I think 2 are enough like this. And then make a group and then you can also change, make a one more copy. Okay. And just passing it somewhere else. And then okay, and then right click group, make more copies. Okay, you guys can see that the one new pattern has been made. Then give a color, whatever color you want. Okay, so you can see that a new motif has been made. And after that, just make a group. Now one pattern. You can just shift like that And now how we can render it in the any of garment. For example, you have developed the casual wear or maybe ethnic wear. You need to import, I mean, you need to make a first JPEG of it. And after that, or CDR, you can also import. That is all up to you. So you can just, for example, okay, let's take a simple one. So you can just open that copies here and then quick trace method, same way. And after quick trace, you need to ungroup. I mean, first of all, you need to pass the copy and then ungroup all the layers. Still working, I guess. Sometimes it works little slow, but you need to manage. And then click on the motif for pattern and power clip inside. You guys can see, you can trim. For example, if it is too big or maybe you want to give this to power clip, you can give. And if you want togetherly in both sides, you need to select both. How I have selected, because this is already ungrouped. Either you can just make a group of this both part, or you can do simplest one. Click on this, press shift in your keyboard. The both sides have been selected. Make a group and then click on the pattern, right click and then power clip inside. You guys can see, you can change the size, you can, I mean that you can do it late earlier. And now you can do it separately as well. I mean, first make a copy, right click, power clip, right click, power clip. Okay, so that is looking more better, I guess. Now, if you want to give any other pattern in the other parts, you can do it. Otherwise, you can fill up some single color. I mean, that looks more better, I guess. Okay, this you can give any of color. Same with the other part. Give the colors to all detailed components. Give the color to the buttons. I feel the blue looks more better or black looks more better. That's all up to you. I'm just telling you how we can make it. Okay, let's. Now you can see that if you want to give the same color here, you can, that is all up to you. Now you can see, and if you give the more broader line or something, that's all up to you. Uh, that's look better. Okay, now make a one copy with the group option. Okay, I think that looks amazing. So I'm just revising the session. So one, we have developed the motif of it in a manual way through the shaping tool and through the window docker options, transform, rotation, and transforming method, directions, as well as we can retouching the existing motif. You can take the different 2, 3 different motifs and then make a new patterns. And you can just, how we can just render it. Same for the back side also. At the back side, you can just give any of color. I mean, it's all up to you. Okay. Or you can just take a, I mean, one portion and then add the color. Okay. So that's it for today. I hope the session will helpful for you. Thank you so much. Now keep practicing and enjoy the session. If you have any doubt or I mean, if you want any other session, you please, you can tell through the comment section. Okay, thank you. See you soon.